Thanks for joining us back here at the Range Report. And as promised, today we're out here at the Rockdale Rod and Gun Club in upstate New York, and we're going to be taking our first shots with the Sccy CPX-3. We did a little tabletop review with this yesterday, but we decided we were going to get it out to the range today on this beautiful day and run some rounds through it. Now, the Sccy CPX-3 comes with 3 magazines, so we're going to run 3 different kinds of ammunition just to make sure that everything feeds properly. We're going to be using some Blazer brass, FMJs. We're also going to be using some Blazer steel case ammunition just to make sure that economy ammunition goes through this thing pretty well. You know, if you just want to go out and get a little plinking time in or get a little training. And lastly, we're going to run some PCM defensive ammunition. There are going to be some hollow points coming through this thing. Now, this comes with the 3 magazines, the first of which has got the extended base plate, so you get the full 3-finger contact on the grip. The other 2 are flush mount. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off today with our Blazer steel case ammunition just to see if this stuff runs through it with no problem. We got our steel target set up about 10 yards away. We were going to use our Liberty bells, but they decided to take them out to a youth organization today so those kids can practice with pellet guns. Trying to bring up the next generation of Second Amendment supporters, so, you know, figure they're going to let freedom ring over there. So today we got some upside down rams over here, and we're going to see if we can't put a hurting on them. So here we go. Well, I know I hit a few of them. So, like I said, these are the first shots through. I'm going to have to get used to the sight picture on it, but as you see, the steel case ammunition ran through with no problem. So we're going to eject this magazine, and we're going to put the next one in and see what it does. And for the next ammunition, as soon as I figure out which comes out of the case, we're going to be running some PCM hollow points through it. Now, we're also going to check and see if the slide comes home when you slam the magazine on it. It does. That's a good thing. Well, there you see, defensive ammunition runs through pretty well. I gotta say, my aim is not that great today, but at least the gun is functioning properly. Lastly, we're going to try and put some Blazer brass through it. These are just FMJs. And once again, we've got the slide slamming home just the way we want it to. We're going to run these and see how they do. Well, as you can see, it's going to take me a little bit more time to get used to the sight picture on this gun. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to swap out my targets and put up a paper target so I can see whether or not I'm hitting high or low with my point of aim. All in all, I got to say that it's functioning properly. The recoil is negligible. It doesn't feel any bit more harsh than any of my other 380s. As a matter of fact, I would probably estimate this is a little bit less recoil on it. Whether it has to do with the quad lock system that's on there or the heft of the gun itself. Like I said, this is a double stack 380. It's got a stainless steel slide, stainless steel barrel. It's not top heavy at all. There's no balance problems or proportion problems with the weight on it. So the recoil, it does handle the recoil pretty nice. Now we're going to have to see whether or not I can improve on my accuracy. With my targets about 25 feet ahead, we're going to run 5 rounds in each of the 4 quadrants. I want to get a good idea exactly where my shots are going in relation to my sight picture. I got to know whether I'm off or the gun is. I'm probably sure it's me, But just to be on the safe side, we're going to run some rounds. We're going to do 5 in each, and we're going to use our CCI Blazer, the steel ammunition that we have. Seems to be running okay, so we're just going to continue with this. Magazine slid home. All is good. We're going to go with the top left. Now we're going to go to the top right. Magazine did not lock back. We're going to check this. Okay. We're going to eject that. We're going to put another magazine in. We're going to go for the bottom left. We're now going to go for the bottom right. The slide did not lock back. We're going to check it. And we're clear. Now we're going to take the camera up there and exactly see where those shots went. Alright, as we look at the targets, we can take a better guess of what is going on with the firearm or what's going on with me. My first 5 shots are about a 7-inch grouping at 21 to 25 feet. The next 5 shots were within 3.5 to 4 inches. The third string of 5 between 4.5 and 5 inches. And the last string, mostly in the black with 1 flyer. I'll take that. Each one of these is a decent enough grouping for a defensive situation at 21 to 25 feet. But I'm sure I can improve on my accuracy with a little bit more trigger time. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to bring back the steel. I'm going to run another 20 rounds through it and see if I can get a better assessment as to what that sight picture looks like. Hey, while we have your attention in between the last shooting segment and the next shooting segment, we just want you to do us a favor. When you get a chance, go down below, hit that little subscribe button, hit the like button, maybe leave a comment or two, start a discussion with us. We like to have input from everybody who watches our videos. If you think we're doing it right, you think we're doing it wrong, let's have a conversation about it. And in the meantime, if you want to get a lot more reviews, a lot more news, interviews, and things you're not going to find anywhere else in the Second Amendment community, please visit our home website at www.l1f.us. That's the Liberty First Foundation home website. You're going to find a lot of great information there. There's a lot of great articles, a lot of great interviews. There's links to all of our other websites and all our other social media accounts there as well. So if you really want to get in on what's going on in the Second Amendment community, the things that you're not going to find from the big 3-name guys that are out there, I think you know who we're talking about, check with us. We're always going to give you the straight story, and we don't sugarcoat anything. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. If it's somewhere in the middle, you make up your own mind, but you know, you get our opinion on it first. Well, like I said, if you want to give us a hand, visit www.l1f.us, hit like and subscribe down below. And if you're so inclined, please remember that everything that we're doing out here as far as our website, our travel expenses, all of the shows that we go to participate in, we're completely self-funded for the most part. And every now and then a little bit of a donation might come in handy because this stuff does get expensive. So if you go to the www.l1f.us site, you're going to see a little button that says donate. We would, you know, a couple of bucks here and there, you want to buy us a cup of coffee, we would appreciate it. Like I said, this is a lot of hard work. It's not really that easy. And we would really appreciate any help that you give us. So if you like what we're doing, give us a thumbs up. Let us know that we're doing the right thing by you, because we're going to continue to do it. Alright, with our steel targets about 30 feet away, I'm going to run another 20 rounds through, just see if I can get a better idea as to where these shots are lining up. So we're going to be again using the CCI Blazer, the steel case ammunition. Hopefully we'll see if these magazines are preventing or enabling the slide to lock back. We've had a couple of times when they didn't. We'd like to know why, but slides home on entering the magazine. Let's go to work. Now that first magazine was the flush base plate. This last magazine has got the extended grip on it, so I'm going to see if the difference in purchase I'm getting is going to give me any difference in whether or not I'm hitting. Didn't lock back on the last shot. I'm just going to attribute that to it being a little bit new. Once we get another couple of hundred rounds through it and it really breaks in, we should see whether or not that problem alleviates itself. But all in all, I got to say, very smooth shooting pistol, very comfortable for me to shoot. If I had the opportunity to change a couple of things on it, I would. Nothing major. But the two things that I would probably change is, number one, the grip. I would probably just smooth out those finger notches right there, because when you make a gun that's got these finger notches, you're going to be making a gun that's universal. Well, not everybody's hand is going to be the same size, not everybody's hand is going to space the same way on the grip. Now I'll show you what I mean. If I put my hand on this, by the time my middle finger and ring finger are on the grip, my fingers are not falling necessarily into the ridges right here, but rather on the top of the peaks. So, it's slightly uncomfortable. The other thing that I would probably change on it would be the takedown notch. Now, I understand that this is probably done for a reason. As I showed in the desktop review, you need to use an empty casing or a screwdriver or one of the keys from the child lock to pry this little lever out so you can pull this rod out so you can take it down for cleaning and maintenance. The only thing that I think would have been an improvement, I don't have a problem taking the pin out. It's just one more step. It's not a big deal. The one thing that I think I would have done was push that pin all the way through to the other side so that you didn't need a tool. Been able to just push it through with your index finger on one side, pull it out, dismantle the gun. You know, it's one less step. But all in all, I gotta say, it's a pretty nice gun. The side picture is alright. I figured out what exactly I was doing with it. I was a little low on all my shots. You know, it's a learning curve. Every new gun shoots a little bit different. You gotta get accustomed to every one of them. But I'll tell you, for the MSRP on this at $305, that's a pretty decent bargain. Seems to be shooting well. Definitely a well-made firearm. Whether or not it stands up to the test of time, we're going to see. We're going to put a bunch more rounds through this thing and revisit it in the future. And we'll get back to you with an update in a couple of months. But for now, Sccy CPX-3, not a bad little gun.